What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching again. My video today is going to be about me not getting accepted into nursing school and basically what my next steps are and kind of like what I've been going through lately and how it's like affecting everything around me. I wanted to make this video because I feel like I'm definitely not alone in this situation. It can be like super discouraging when things don't go according to plan, and I'm gonna kind of talk about that too. So, thank you and tune in. So, this was I only applied to one nursing school, and it was for an RN program, not my BSN. Originally, originally I was going to a 4-year program at University of Central Missouri, and it was I'm one of those people that's like easily discouraged if something doesn't feel right or if I'm just not confident in myself at the time or at the moment. And one of the things that I was going through at the time was just super depression when I was at UCM. And so I really didn't feel like I could successfully complete the nursing program there. So I made the decision to move to Florida. So in between moving to Florida and leaving UCM and where we are now, 2018, I took about 2 years off of school. And when it comes to nursing, you have about 5 years before your science credits expire. So 2018 is my 5th year. So if I wasn't enrolled in school, then I would basically have to retake all of my science credits in order to be eligible for a BSN program. So, with me having taken 2 years off of school, I decided last year that I was like, I'll just do an ASN program. You're still a registered nurse, you can still work in the hospital, and just do my ASN to BSN online after I graduated from my ASN program. Well, the problem with ASN programs as well as BSN programs is there are a limited number of seats in each program. Now, the program that I applied to had 100 seats. It was for Polk State College. And my grades were really good in all of my all of my science credits. And I was so sure. You have to take a test. It's called the TEAS, the Test of Education and Academic Skills. I think that's what it stands for. Anyway, so I met with my advisor, and the minimum score that I needed was like a 70, and I got a 72. And I was like, all right, cool. My GPA for my science credits was 3.46. I was like so sure that I was going to get in and start in the fall for the nursing program. And at that time, everything was going so well, like around me, like there was so much just positive energy flowing through me. Um, and so I was so sure that I was going to get in. And so then things kind of started going downhill, like around me. I unfortunately lost my grandfather, and my boyfriend was out of town for 2 weeks, and we just moved in like to our apartment together. It was just things at work were like getting super stressful, and I was kind of like just going through a lot mentally. And then I got the letter in the mail that was like, thank you for interest in our nursing program, blah, 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 blah. And it was just super like upsetting because it all happened at once. Like everything bad, which it always seems like that, everything negative and bad just always happens at one time. And so I was just like, I am so discouraged, but I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be upset. And I feel like part of the reason I was discouraged is because I was comparing myself to my friends. I have my friends that are already in their careers as nurses, that are working as nurses. I have friends that are just doing what they set out to do, and they took that traditional way, that traditional path. They stuck with the 4-year degree, or they stuck with a 2-year degree, and it just happened for them. You know what I mean? And so with me, it's like it's really easy to compare yourself to your friends that are doing things that you want to be doing, and look at yourself and kind of say like, well, why am I not where they are? Why? What did I do wrong? Or look down like that. But thankfully, I have an amazing therapist that I talk to, And, you know, one of the big things that I learned from her is you cannot compare yourself to someone else and expect your life to turn out like theirs. And with that, it's like I can't compare myself to my friends that are already in nursing school or that are already nurses and expect my life to just be like that, because I don't know every step that they took to get where they are, or, you know, maybe it's just not my time right now. So I decided at the moment after I read the nursing rejection letter, I was super upset. But at the same time, I was like, if I let myself get down again, I'm going to end up taking another 2 years off of school that could easily have gone towards something way more productive. And I don't want to do that. I want to get my career going. I want to get something going for myself so that I'm not just sitting around moping all sad and woe is me. I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want any more excuses. I don't want any more just what could have been, you know. So one of the things that I looked into was medical assisting. But in the state of Florida, you don't have to have a certification. You can get a certification to be a medical assistant, but you don't have to have one to work as a medical assistant. They basically do the same thing CNAs do, except it's in a doctor's office instead of a hospital or a long-term care facility. So I looked into that. But I still want to work as an RN, and I work for an amazing hospital here in Tampa, and they offer amazing tuition reimbursement packages, and I just love the hospital that I'm at. So I do still want to become an RN, and there are definitely other ways of becoming an RN. It might not be the traditional way, but it obviously hasn't been a traditional path for me. So the option that I'm going with is going to get my licensed practical nursing degree, certification, license, whatever you want to call it. So I will be an LPN in about 14 months, and then the LPN to RN bridge program is another year, and then I'll be a registered nurse. So I'm looking at about 2 years, which is what I would have been doing anyway in like an ASN program. So I felt really positive about looking into other options and getting it, and kind of like not letting this one decision get me down. I just want to do something productive with my life. I don't want to keep being in the same space. I want to be able to be healthy mentally. I want to be able to be positive mentally and not let something like a rejection letter get me down. And you know, I watch, if ever I'm feeling some way, I kind of watch like a ton of YouTube videos and see how other people feel, and like maybe like, am I the only one? And there's actually a lot of people that don't get into nursing programs because people are like, oh, well, it should be easy. There's such a high demand for nurses. That's correct. But nobody pays nursing teachers. So that's why programs have limited seats. And that's why I think there was like 300,000 nursing applicants got rejected last year because there aren't enough nursing teachers. Now, I don't know specifically why I didn't get in, but I do know that sometimes it's not always the applicant, it's the system around nursing, in nursing education in general. So overall, I'm just happy that I still do have another way of going about becoming a nurse. I'm not putting myself down anymore. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm doing something about it, you know. I still can work and learn and just really like put forth a step toward my main goal. So again, I'm just really hopeful that this video can find someone who's in a similar situation, so that you don't feel discouraged or upset, and that you feel motivated to just do something to change whatever situation you're in. A lot of people can get stuck in a rut, and it's really hard to get out of it, especially if you don't have like a big support system. I have a pretty good support system. I have my friends, my family, my boyfriend. I'm really close with my sisters and my mom. Like, my mom called me when I texted her and told her that I didn't get in. She was like, well, you know, what do you want to do about it? Do you want to sit and cry about it, or you want to figure out something else to get started? And so this isn't the option that I thought I would have to do. I thought I would still have time. I thought I would get right into nursing school, but Obviously, that's not what God has planned for me, and I'm okay with it as long as I'm actively working toward my goal. Then nothing really can get me down. So if you are out there and you're going through something similar, you can continue to watch me on my journey because I will definitely be documenting it. And just remember to never ever get down. Just stay up and stay going, and don't look back at all the negatives. Just focus on the positives. As cliche as it sounds, it's true. So, again, thank you for watching and stay sweet.